Hello YouTube modeling community. It's Rusty Rotor with a mail call Monday and one stash ad. We got a lot of stuff coming here in the next week or two through the mail, so we'll have pretty good things to look at. First thing we're going to look at, this had a 5-star rating on Amazon, and I've been wanting to get one just to, you know, clean my airbrushes, keep them you know, nice and clean. And it's one of those ultrasonic cleaners. Now I know there's the big fancy one. It's, you know, almost $100, but I'm like, it's just too expensive for the little tiny things that'll be thrown in it. So I looked around for size, and I came across this one. It's made by K-O-H-E. Ultrasonic cleaner. This was $40, basically $39 or something. It's very small, so you can see by the size of holding it in my hands. But I can take apart 2, maybe even 3 airbrushes and put in here at one time and clean them. It's electric. It's got a plug in. We got the jewelry, and this cleans all kinds of other metals. Cleaner. You know, you put it down in there. It's like there's 5-minute setting and a 7-minute setting. You know, if I have to do it twice, it's no big deal. I don't know how long this fluid lasts before you have to replace it. Do not use this on products without learning how to avoid the most common mistakes and access our instructions. So they got a little QR code. I can scan that and find out everything there is about it before I use it. But I'll show it to you real quick. I mean, you can see it's not real big, but it's big enough to do what I needed to do. Falling on the budget, right? Everything falls back to that, guys. I mean, I would love to have the big fancy brand name equipment, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to be throwing 30 or 40 airbrushes down in it at a time. I've got maybe 6 airbrushes, so, you know, it's 2 or 3 at a time and on to the next one. And my wife can use it to put her jewelry in and everything else too, so dual purpose. So we got that. Let me get that out of the way. My editor is having issues with her computer, so I'm having to do these videos myself again. So sorry for none of the dramatics, but hey, as you know, I've told you guys I use a UV cured glue. You know, it's like $14 for a little tube, which I always thought was really higher than a cat's ass. So I've been debating, and then I watched a couple of videos and I saw where people have been using this and for the same thing that I use the other stuff for. Now, Zap It is really good. And you put a little bit out, use a toothpick, put a tiny little bit, hit it with the light, it's done. But I was really looking to, you know, ball on a budget. How can I get more for a cheaper price? Well, I've seen this stuff several times. And I was like, I better not. So I started watching some videos, doing some research, and it's, you know, all kinds of modelers are using this for the same thing. Now, I did open the lid and test it, and my light works, and it does exactly the same thing. Dries 100% crystal clear. I can put a little bit on something and use a toothpick and put it where I want it, and then put the part on it and hit it with the light and be done, and keep moving on. I can do lenses, whatever I want to do with it. I can put in windshields, glass, and this is made by, well, hell, I can't even pronounce the name. Get the bag. BS resin. Comes in a nice little bag. See the size of the bottle. This is 6 tubes, 6 to 8 tubes of what I buy, and that's $15. For the same price, well, I think this was $16. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. And they're all liquefied. A lot of times when I get that zap it, I got to send it right back because it's already hardened. So, but I've seen a lot of modelers, especially with figures and tabletop gaming, and they're using this to glue things, create water effects, whatever you want to use it for. What I'm saying is I tested a little bit. It works great for what I see so far. And I got 3 bottles of it, so I'm probably 3-4 years or more. I don't know, or more, I would think. And they give you the little caps. They seal, and then it's got a separate little cap that comes off. And with a little applicator, you can use this, squirt out a little drop on something, and use a toothpick. I love using this for my photo etch. It dries crystal clear and you don't see it. Plus my lenses and putting my glass in, because it's like, boom, as soon as you hit it with the light, in a matter of, I think this takes 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and it's cured. I don't sit there and wait for the glass to dry half a day or all day. I can keep moving on. And it comes, not that I'll use it, it's a nice little bag. So, you guys let me know what you think. If you've heard of these products. Again, the ultrasonic cleaner is K-O-H-E, ultrasonic cleaner. See it right there? Look it up on Amazon. 5-star rating. It was $39.95, and it is big enough to fit 2, 3, maybe even 4 airbrushes, all taken apart, all down in there, and get them good and clean. That's the main thing for using these on airbrushes, guys, is just getting all that, the tiny, fine little particles that are in the nooks and crannies that you don't see. That's the stuff that eventually works loose, and then you spit it right out on your paint job. This is what we're trying to avoid. And then I got 2 bottles of cleaner. I think that was either $9 or $13. But then again, like I said, I got 2 bottles. 1 bottle will more than fill the tank. Actually, probably half that bottle in the tank. And, like I said, I just don't know how long it lasts before you'd have to replenish it, so on and so forth. But I will find that out and let you know. So, do your research, get on Amazon, look at it. Like I said, I went through all their little, references on it, people that bought it, their thoughts and opinions on it, and it has 5-star rating. So, we will see. Now, I've been wanting this for a long time. I am a huge fan of Broncos. Old, especially the first gen. Little Bronco 2s. And especially this new one. If I ever get a new vehicle, get rid of my truck, it will probably be for one of the newer Broncos. I want the, big tire, soft top. I want the old school look one. Excuse me. I'm fighting something. Don't know what it is. But I got the new AMT 2021 Ford Bronco. Do I have plans for this? Yes, I do. Slight lift, not a lot. We'll be adding some aftermarket things like a winch, maybe a tad bit bigger tire, a little bit more aggressive, and then basically just the detail that the kit has. Just picking that all out, and it's, from what I've seen on here, it's got a lot of great detail. There's really not much wrong with the wheels that are on this. If I can't adapt these wheels to a bigger tire, then I will switch them out, of course. Decal sheet looks great. Gives you all the necessities, and then, a few extra goody things. Nothing spectacular. I like a clean body, so I'm not big for decals on bodies unless it's just called for. But yeah, we got this for our stash. Don't know when I'll get to this. Probably next year sometime. We'll be able to squeeze this in. I would call this a slump buster to me, because it's basically being box stock, and we're just adding some off-road goodies and just modifying the suspension while we're putting it together to give it just a little bit of lift. Not a lot, just a little, not jacking it all up in the air or anything like that. So we got that one. We do have another one, not this, but another kit coming Probably get that at the end of the week, first part of next week. I'm a big fan of the Foose kits. I finally found the 2015 Corvette, the Foose kit. That's another, what I would call a slump buster to me. I will build it box stock. I will use the decals as it's designed and build it, just the way it is. Been doing some research, getting some pictures lined up for some other builds that I'm interested in. Always doing that. You can never have enough reference material. And other than that, and then our editor's system being down, we've been working on the Mustang. Video just came out earlier today. Well, earlier Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. This video is going to come out a day late. Let me show you real quick. That's about it. I got a lot of stuff detail painted. We did get the body all bare metal foiled. It needed to be. Marker lights. We got the decals in. We got everything on here. Now it's ready for clear coat. We won't be laying a lot of clear down on this, and I'll be heavily leveling thinner on it because I do not want to cut and polish this thing. That was the bad part about this, but I want the decals protected. We did go with the Lincoln decals, same engine, 351. I said before I thought maybe it was a 302, but it's a 351. Pro Street on the back. You can see that. We got the 351 Boss on there. Note, guys, be mindful when you put this back plate in. It's going to have to be notched out to clear this license plate frame. It won't go in unless you notch it to go up and around that. Now the bumper does cover if you get any ugliness on it, so just be mindful. Don't go too far, or you'll have ruined it. So now we're just going to let these set overnight. I got to put some more softener on this corner here. We're going to do that and let them set overnight. I don't know if I'll clear this tomorrow. I might go ahead and clear this tomorrow. And that way I can start getting detail painted underneath here. Our vents or dump tubes are all chromed, ready to go. So they'll dull down just a little bit once I clear coat that, but that's okay. That's what I wanted to do. And then we can come back and start getting our mirrors pinned, get our door handles on. I tried to carbon fiber the hood first attempt. Of course, I messed it up. I was going to try to do it in one piece. I clearly see now why they split it down the middle and do it that way. It allows for more room for water to escape versus one big huge decal, so on and so forth. I got a lot of wrinkles down towards the end. It looked really good up on the back end closest to the windshield. It just got really crappy. Another thing I noticed, the paint, the all-clad gloss black, it started gumming up. Don't know what there, so I sanded it all down. I'm going to reprime it. We'll repaint it gloss black, and then we'll let that gas out. I'm going to order another sheet. I probably have enough to do it, so I'll kind of wait to the last minute before I order it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's where I've been. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, it did have a decal for the kit from the grill there. You can see for the little pony in the center, so I put that on there. That turned out good. I really like the grill. It turned out really nice. Spotless, no flaws. So that'll go in and look really good. I do have the engine somewhat done. I've got a lot of my holes drilled for where wiring and the return hoses will go for the catch can, blow-off valve. We got drilled out for a line for that. I've got to build my linkage up down here, so we'll have that detail in there. Alternators drilled for wires for that. Electric fans are drilled for the wires for that, and that's going to be pretty much it underneath the hood. I just don't, there's not a whole lot here that I'm really familiar with anyways to know what to add, what not to add. So I'm going to keep it simple. Catch can, the blow-off valve, or whatever that is. We'll do some linkages down here on the throttle bodies, get that up in a cable back, and our normal alternator wires, our radiator or electric fan wires, and that'll be pretty much it. We probably will do a catch can for the radiators, an overflow catch can for those. No big deal. There's one that came in the kit. That's probably what I'll use for the radiator, and I'll use one of my 3D printed ones for the oil. We do got our shifter in, our fire extinguisher, decals on the shifter, blah, blah. This is all ready to go. I also got to do now is flock this part down here. That'll probably be what's tomorrow. That way that can be drying. We got our speaker boxes drilled. I'll show you one of them. If you use any photo etch, you can really detail up the speaker boxes. I just got to put the little screw heads on top of there, and then this one will be done. And then I will come in and probably paint it. Or I may just leave it this gray. This is pretty close to what it looked like anyway, so we'll probably leave that. The other one's got the grill on it. I got to put the little brackets on it and the screw heads on it and paint around the edge black, and it'll be done, ready to install. I'll run my wires from there up to the amps. From the amps, it'll run up front. I got to drill a hole for my nitrous line. So little doodads here and there. We got our seats. First coat of paint on them. It's going to be hard because it's all black to see. You can kind of see there's some shiny, then dull in the middle. We got to get our seatbelt harnesses made. Door panels, we're starting to do the detail painting on it. What's going to be shiny, what's not. We'll get all of our decals put on all that stuff. And then I forgot to paint the dashboard, so I got to paint the dashboard when I repaint the hood. And then I think that's it. Yeah, you guys seen, oh, we got the coilovers in now, so that's all done in the back. We'll be getting the tires and wheels glued on here probably tomorrow. Front ones will go on shortly after that. I did break this off, but I did get it back on, and we're gonna have to shave the back of this off a little bit to allow those radiators to sit back just a little bit more, because the engine, it's not crooked, but and these aren't crooked, but this side's lower than what this side is, so it's probably in the blower assembly itself. We got our blower support on. We just got to put it in here, and then we will come down through there and we'll mark and cut off the excess and then repaint that to match, and then we can get it all glued in. Our exhaust is where it needs to be, and it does sit underneath the hood, guys. So can it be done? Yes. Remember the intake box we shaved down about 1/8 of an inch. Everything else lined up, the belt assemblies and the blower and everything. It's just this has got to be shaved a heavy 1/8 of an inch off the bottom to get it to where it would be. And we did shave a little more off of our engine plate. We got to touch up the bottoms of that to allow the engine to come down a little bit more, and mainly tuck down forward because the front of that Mustang slopes down. So, but we did achieve it, and you would not be none the wiser. That's how it sits in there. So it's like the old or the new or pro-charged engines, only it's, you know, a dual supercharger on it, and it's going to look really good in there. So we're happy with that, and that's pretty much it. The exhaust is painted. I'll just show you one real quick. We still got to heat these up and curl them up just a hair, and then that, once the engine's in, those will go in. Then we'll probably put the front tires on once that's done, because I need access to get in there to put my hoses in for the catch can. Got the ends of the drive shafts painted. I'm still debating. I might make an aluminum drive shaft. So I left the center undone. We've got our foot pedal painted. That's the back side. There's the front side. So we have to do a little black wash on it. And that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, the nitrous tank is in. Decals are on it. Like I said, we just got to drill a hole, get the line in there. We'll leave a little excess, run it down through the floorboard. So that's all ready to go. And yeah, just says how much carbon fiber I got left. So if I'm very, I don't know, careful, I may be able to get it all out of this. I'm hoping. We'll see. But that's all I got, guys. So thank you to all my past, present, future subscribers. We're getting there, guys, little by little. Keep passing the word. You know, the faster we get there, the faster the giveaway happens. And yeah, maybe one day this week, another day, we'll have an update on Jay's. It is, to date, the most highly detailed model I've built. Even though we broke the frame and broke the rear tires, now we've got a new set on it. We've got a new frame and everything underneath it. It actually did. It added a lot more detail, and it was better off doing it that way. Stance is still good. Everything fits now, so far. The engine's still not in it yet. We're waiting on the pulley set. And then once the tack gets here, I can button up the interior and have that all ready to go. Then I can get the engine in, the headers on, and make our final connections with that via catch cans and so on and so forth. A lot of little tedious connections I got to make, so that's why we'll leave it apart until I get that done, and that's when we'll do the video. So we'll see this week how far I get with it by Friday, and we'll probably do a video then. But until then, guys, you guys get some modeling in if you can. Any questions, leave them down below. You guys know the drill. If you're not subscribed, hit that sub button, hit that bell notification button. My editor is getting her stuff fixed this week, so we should be back to the normal videos either at the end of this week or first part of next week. So until then, guys, this is Rusty Rotor. I'm out.